What's up everyone, Mario here with Nego Print again, and today we're going to be talking about 3 things that I wish I had known when I first started my heat press business. Let's jump straight into it, let's go! Alright, so my first tip is do not buy too much stock. You get super excited when you first start, you think you're going to be getting massive orders. You might, you never know, you probably could. Realistically speaking, a lot of the times when you first launch, it's a bit slow, it's a bit rocky. You don't want to overload yourself with a bunch of stock that you're not going to know what to do with, or that's just going to be there taking up space for the next few weeks or a few months. When it comes time to buying shirts, vinyl, etc., stock up on the basic colors if you're using vinyl. And when it comes to t-shirts, I suggest a lot of the times buy on demand. That means when you get an order from a customer for X amount of shirts, tell them it's going to take about 2 weeks, 1 week for you to place the order and receive the material, and the second week so that way you can do the actual work. To this day, that's actually how I still do it. I only keep a certain amount of shirts because, as you can tell, I don't have a lot of space. I keep the basics. I keep my polyester white shirts, white cotton shirts, and some black cotton shirts. Tip number 2. This is a very important one. Make sure you do a lot of research on the printing method that you're planning on starting with. There are tons of ways to print shirts. There's heat transfer vinyl, sublimation, DTG, DTF, white toner, and a whole bunch more. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you know the pros and cons of each method. Make sure you know the restrictions that you're going to have depending on the method that you choose. For example, if you're starting with heat transfer vinyl like I did, you're going to be restricted to, for the most part, solid colors until you start to get into more advanced techniques like sublimating on HTV and using different vinyls with different patterns on them like camo, iridescent, holographic, all that fun stuff. Another example is sublimation. With sublimation, you are going to be restricted for the most part to white polyester shirts. You're not going to be able to print directly onto black or dark t-shirts. So always make sure to keep these things in mind and do your research before starting a particular printing method. Now for my final tip, this is actually the one that I had wished I had known before I started. Don't get too small of a heat press. I started with a 12x10 and I quickly outgrew it. I suggest starting with a minimum of 15x15. If you see a 12x10, just completely skip it. You're going to be trying to do the back of a shirt and you're going to be pressing 2, 3, 4 times sometimes. And you're going to significantly increase the amount of pressing time on large orders and large images. Yeah, today's video was very quick. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite tip or one of your own tips. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.